Sorry. Good afternoon. Once again, the Chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center, our Lucky Department, co-comrades and the viewers, our name is Solutioner, live from the KJ Allen Avenue branch. We're bringing an update to you on the case of child defilement by Mr. Edward Qyason, popularly known as Daddy Success, the Ghanaian man who will rescue his daughter few months ago last year, who have been in our custody to enable him bond with the child. Hence, he told us that he lost the girl's mother during the birth of the child. Okay, the reason why I want to quickly give update on this case is that one, um, I promise you people that from day to day, from the beginning to the end of this case, I'm going to be updating you. I might not really have chance to be giving updates on other cases because I know we are trying all our best to ensure justice prevail in all the cases of defilement we're handling in this place. But hence, this is also we are directly involved because of the kind of person that the success Mr. Edward Person has been is with us, and this organization, we cannot just fold our hands. We will do the necessary, we will do the right thing. We will ensure that some of you that the integrity of this office and our personality, we are going to prove you wrong, because I've been going through some comments which I'm going to state. Some of you, I'm going to show your pictures, some of them I'm going to mention your name, so as next you either you removed yourself entirely from this page and face those that you strongly believe, because it's a choice, right? Well, we're been um, to the station, is already in police custody, um, as some of you can see or testify, or some of you, because I met some of you that is our followers, you met, some of you met me at the station where we arrived there. You saw and you're witnessing everything. His statement has been taken, and he accepted. He did that, and all we need to do is to provide the police support their investigation for other effort was put to gather up other evidences as far as this case is concerned. Why are we doing that? Why? Because the incident happened where we know we can reach out to one or two persons that can actually feed us with some information, mostly the survivor, who is the victim, and other children. And don't be surprised that we are just trying to get the true another stand, another uh, information from another victim, that is another child again, that Mr. Edward Question also have carnal knowledge of it, Defile also. We are gathering the information from the auntie, of trying to gather the information from the auntie of that child. So before, for those that knows me, I'm not just coming up as an activist. I've been like this right from my childhood. I've been somebody who detests any form of injustice, and I've been on social media, and people should by now testify against me that this person is not the true activist. She's just doing it for one reason or the other. But those that actually know me, that we grew up with, some of us we school together even from secondary to university and all that. Even some friends that I have closely before we started coming on social media will be able to tell you who I am. I am not saying something on social media today because something happened to who I know or whatever. I've been known like this. I've been known as a disciplined person. I've been known as a no-nonsense person. I've been known as a straightforward person. I've been known I don't need to mention. For those that knows me, should be able to tell you who I am, both male and female. I talk less. I prefer to act rather than to talk. So as it stands, the police will be coming to also inspect the scene of the crime, where Daddy Success will be taken. He will have to show where he slept with the girl. Though he was interviewed, he wrote it there, but they still have to visit the scene of the crime by going there with him. Even with the girl will be there. The girl will describe how how they had the affair, the position she was, if it is bed or floor, if it is what, however. So the police will do their best. All we need and all we will do is to ensure justice prevails. This is not about Ghanaian. It has nothing to do with the tribe. It has nothing to do with where he comes from. It has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with whatsoever religion. We are doing, if we can be doing all this with people, both family, friends, and all that, I don't think there is anybody that we cannot do it with to ensure justice prevail in a situation like this, right? And if he that come into us come based through the rescue of his child, and even though the child was not abused sexually, but was abused in a way that will know the reason why we rescue his child, because that child was abused, then he should be able to respect the child's right. He should be able to respect human being. According to Daddy Success, he have other kids in Ghana, which he have been sending money to all this while. And he was working, sewing clothes, and everybody will introduce to them and all that, from senior police officers, myself, friends, and all every other person that was patronizing him. He was doing work and he was being paid and everything. And there's nothing, just to encourage him, just to ensure he have focus on his child and take care of that child and himself as an old man. And don't forget that an abuser is always an abuser and is a threat to the life of every children or any child that's of such age below and above. Right? We all have excess. Of course, I must have erred in one way or the other. It could be my character. It could be that I am hot tempered. It could be that I'm not patient. It could be that this or that. But I don't think there's nobody that will stand and say, this person have defrauded me. This person has stolen from me. This person have taken my husband. This person have done this, have done that. Because if your hand is sore, you can't stand in the public and talk to people. You should first of all correct yourself in an area in which you feel you can stand and correct others. Right. So aside that girl, 11 years girl, to your shock, which you are still going to bring up, he has slept with another girl. There is another girl there, but if you will really want to get the test, once the test is there, because some of you were just talking, don't do this, why did you hand over him to police, why did you no. We are seeing a situation, we don't want just to take him to police and rush him to court. No. Have your proof, have your evidence. You can't accuse somebody without a proof. You can't accuse somebody without an evidence, logic evidence. This is it, this is that, this is that, this is where it is. There are some movements that have to do with camera, where we cited camera everywhere in the place, and we still have to extract the video, have the footage, print out, cut out, save in the in a CD where we hand over. See, same, if you are a 90 years old man or woman and you engage in robbery, and you were caught, probably you are caught with a pistol or anything that is harmful to human being, you are caught in that sin. If you killed, nobody will ever think, because you are 90 years If you are 90 years and you did not consider your age and you have to kill without feelings, and you think the law will just permit you, they should just release him because he is 90 years? No. And don't just forget, we are going to take, because a pedophile can defile any age of any child, which we have taken sources, and which we are still taking sources again to another department to confirm if that child is not even defiled under his nose, because the girl had been with him, and I was the one that was telling my husband, no, this movement I'm not comfortable. Children just stay with me, and I'll just feel, no matter how tight is my schedule, I always put an eye on them. For those that knows me very well, for those that have visited some of the kids in our care, they know that I don't play with them, I don't joke with them, I don't tolerate any nonsense close to any of these kids. I watch over them, and I try to know much about the kids, to know how they relate and what go close to them, what happened to them and all that. And vividly, I remember vividly when I told my husband, I am suspecting something between daddy success and success, which is his own daughter, right? So we are still taking, I'm still going to take success for a check. And if I take success for a check and anything comes out, we're still going to present it to you, and the child will be given to government final. Final. When I say final, I'm going to watch that until I make sure government take that child forever. Now, I want to say this. There is one of our follower. I don't know if I have blocked her or I left her just so that I can talk to her to enable her learn something. Mercy Anosike is her name on this Facebook page. I saw her comment, and you are asking that they should let go of the man and forgive. I went through your Facebook page, and I had to search stuff. I go through your page. I discovered you are married. I saw a picture of you and your husband and 3 boys. And I want to let you understand something, madam. Your statement is so disappointing. Your comment is one of the disappointed comments I cited on the issue of daddy sources, because they say they take two to tango, and bird of the same feather flocks together. I saw some of you comment and all that and all that. If daddy success is not loved by me and my husband, it's a big and greater risk for you to take a foreigner, to take an elderly person you don't even know is not a child, that you are training and all that, to take somebody close to you, have to live in a building, in a compound where you are living, you feed the person, you clothe the person, you establish the person for no just reason. There is nothing, absolutely nothing the man is doing that is not being paid for. I said that nothing. If you send him a single message, I must pay him for that. If you ask him do this, you must pay him for that. If you ask him so close, you must pay. Why am I doing that? We are doing that because his strength is not like the strength of the youth. So he's retiring, and whatever you give to him should be part of his savings, should be part of his retirement. So if you engage him with 1, 2, 3, 4, you are doing all that to enable him gather more, even down to feeding. He cannot buy pure water and drink in that house if not from our pockets. He can't feed neither the child if not from our pockets. And the money is being given to him and from our source and all that. So what should prompt the man? Pedophile, abusing children sexually, is it part of lacking? Is it part of not feeding well? Is it part of not having money? Is it part of what? Can you just define that? Mercy Anosike, you say they should forgive him, let him go. Probably because you have no girl child yet, or you have a girl child, that girl child is not shown in the family picture which are captured, then you ask us to let her go. What makes you think your male children cannot be defiled? Is both the issue of Munachi, the brother, if that one of the cousin also was defiled by the same 17 or 18 years boy who was sleeping with that boy through an anus. And let some of you understand, boy children are more exposed to sexual abuse than even girl child, if you don't know. Both adults defile them. Both boys of their age defile them. House help that are corrupt defile them. So boys are more exposed even to sexual abuse, if you don't know. That we discuss about girls every day. That does not mean issue of boys are not unfolding, that are not existing. They exist very, very well. So if you are asking for forgiveness, I don't see any reason why any of you should bring sentiment to this. You have no reason to bring sentiment to this kind of issue. I see it as barbaric. I see it as wickedness. I see it as evil. I see that man as the worst person, because these kids are his grandchildren. These kids are kids that deserve love, caring, extra love, because they are being abused either by their uncle, by their close family members and all that, by those that their parents trusted and they were abused. They are not just children of our family members that you just keep that stayed around. They are not just people that you keep in the house for domestic assistance and all that. These are victims. These are victims. And the victims that more or less like your own child that was a victim, rescued. You are not seeing those children like your own child. You are not seeing other neighbors' children like your own child. You did not look at this child, this is my child. And you have pity on the child, even if the child is possessed. You look at an innocent child and you want to destroy his future, his destiny. Do you know that some girls, they grow up and when they have a memory of what happened to them, how you took advantage of them when they were young and they can't stand to defend themselves, they cry and some of them commit suicide, died. After you must have suffered and trained them to a certain age. They died, they poisoned themselves because they could not stand to explain the dilemma. So why would you support such evil, Mercy Anosike? Why would you make such comments? Why would some of you then? There is somebody, I don't know what is his name, Joseph Brown or something like that. And you know, we all know that some of you that are following us, you are already our enemy. You can't just not just you can't don't know what to do. You just want to glue to the page and be watching and be commenting nonsense. And by which I still believe you could be one of the feeble by, because you can't be discussing serious issue and you are talking about spiritualist, savior, this and that, and you are talking jargon. Whether Dr. Joseph Brown or something like that, which I believe I have blocked you from here. I will appeal to you. Then one Juliet Oyekele or something, Juliet Ojege say, if it is not a setup, what? I don't know. As some of you, can you coordinate yourself? Can you think well? Do you really have sense of belonging? And what makes you think that they can set up a man that they rescued? They can set up a man who will set him up. Myself, my husband, other family members, or the kids. And what should be the purpose of setting up? Which I'm still going to block you. Because see, you don't need to be here. Because they said, staying here, you may end up corrupting other people with such sentimental statements. One, when you are interviewed, we don't owe any of you explanation, and we have no reason whatsoever to even bring the issue out if we don't want to bring it out. Thousands of cases that were treated without even you knowing, that you don't even smell it, exists. And if you are investigating the case of a minor, number one, some of you are not police officers. You are not even intelligent. And you don't know what it takes to investigate a matter. I'm a mediator, I'm not an investigator. And when you get some facts from the case or information, the best thing to do is to hand over it to the right appropriate authority and let them do their work, which we have just done. We cannot expose the child to you because you don't even know the child they are talking about. And we would not want you to talk with the child. Neither do we want the child to speak to you. The right people should talk with the both people, both the perpetrator and the survivor. And they are the people that have the right to do that. Then I noticed some of you said, we don't have right to arrest. Can I educate you? We have full right to arrest. We can arrest. When I say arrest, we can arrest. The only thing we cannot do, we cannot judge, we can't decide. Can arrest and hand over to the police to prosecute, to investigate, and move on with the case. So if you are not educated in that area, you have no idea, you have no better knowledge about that. When you notice them said, okay, we arrest this person, don't tell us you don't have right to arrest. You have full right to arrest. You as an individual, you have right to arrest. Arrest and hand over. That is it. Okay? So I just come up to speak to the reasonable fans and those that we owe explanation, that is not even explanation, updates of such cases to ensure people learn from it. And if you are the type, you are one of them, you must detest, otherwise you will rot in jail. If you are one of those, if you are among those that defy kids, be assured that your days are numbered. If you are caught anywhere, reported in close, except we have no knowledge about that. If we do, nothing will stop you not resting in jail. We will do that. So please, this is the stage we are, and the case is still moving on. When they move for the inspection of the scene of the crime, you will be known. When they conclude in their investigation and we are going to court, you will be known. Anytime we are going to court on this case, you will know until you hear the sentence. That is what you are going to do. If I'm not even in Nigeria, whoever that is going to court as regard to this case must give us full updates. So thank you very much, viewers. God bless you. And then, just like I said, we'll be discussing important issues that have to do with marriage tomorrow, Saturday, by 4 p.m. by God grace. Please, you ensure you are connected. You are going to call in. Your contribution will be very, very necessary. We are going to send the topic, which those of us that is experienced, got experience and all that, you will share your experience with us. Then the issues that mattered most, hence the person is going to be in the house, they would not want her face to be shown. Please, you will give your peaceful advice, you will call in so that she can learn a lot from there. And any other person that have similar issue will be able to learn from your advice uh, and succeed in that area. Okay? God bless you. See you tomorrow. I'll see you much later. You know, we are always in and on and everything. So we'll be back The light is reflecting on my face. Mariama Mana. It's always remember me too online too. I don't understand. Thank you, Frank, Nico. Please, we are going on TikTok. Please thumb up if you are going to be there. Thank you, Aquawa. Plus Okolo, Pius Okolo. Yeah, Pius Okolo, are you the one we are treating your case in Nigeria with your brother? Are you the one? If you are the one, how are you, sir? How is you, Europe? Thank you. We are going to be there on our TikTok, Don David. Okay. Mariam Amana from Egypt. Welcome. Hi, is Egypt. Vanessa Bass. Whether old or young, children should be left under any roof with an adult, whether men or female, without proper supervision from whoever is in control of the child. Okay, Heidi, Don, thank you. We'll connect both our Twitter and everything from this week. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Nduka, thank you. All right, Omoruyi Gladys. Okay, be there. Thank you, Zena Bello. Thank you, Miriama. Love you too. I'm going to come to Egypt because of you. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you, Heidi. You know, at times we stayed. The day that I discovered this, I wept. I did not say I did not weep inside me. I was weeping, crying. Even the child that was involved was also crying. Both of us were just crying. I wept uncontrollable. If that man, well, it's just the human rights activities of it, they tied our hands. We can't do otherwise. Otherwise, if we did not speak to you and we take law into our hand because of the way we feel, you wouldn't know. But we just have to allow the law to take its course. I wept. We don't know who to be good to anymore. If we really want to take, there is nobody that we have done good to that have not paid with evil. Is it Mercy Afize that we help shelter, give money, everything? What did she turn out to? She become an evil because she wants fans to become a blogger. Is it Emmanuel Otache? Is it that? Name them. Should we stop helping people? Should we continue? If you are in our field, can you continue or you would stop? Should we stop risking kids because of people like this, or because there is no supporters, or because people are not helping? Once you rescue, oh, so I give this child 2,000, I give this child 5,000, I give this guy 1,000, and that is the end. After your first support, do you know how these children are feeding? Do you know how they are clothing? Do you know how they are schooling? Is any of you saying, I take this child responsibility as scholarship from primary to secondary school, or from secondary to university, or kindergarten? Did any? No. Then why are human being like this? May God help us. May God help us. If not for the fear of God and for the sake of human rights, how will somebody fix eye, take dust into your eyes, making you feel you can't do nothing, and you let the person go like that, just like that? You know, you'll be wondering, is this person okay? Did this person really see me and feel that I can do anything just like that to people? That if that child is my own child, that he can equally do it. Please always fix yourself in the shoe of others. That is the only way you can live better life. You want to steal this phone, just feel, if this phone belong to you and somebody steal it, will you be comfortable with it? How would you feel? If you feel bad, you will not steal it. If you will feel bad, you will not. You want to stab someone, if you are stabbed, how would you feel? Consider that, then you don't do it. But if you become self-centered, then it becomes something else. Hardly done David. If you said I should not stop doing good, then you have to join hand with me. For everybody, every one of you have to be with us, and we'll be doing the good thing together. We are, just like I announced last week, we are having mayor membership for those that want to officially honor and bring into the organization. They give advice, opinion, support, encourage in other way. It's not just anybody. If you are our mayor member, you will be one of the person that we count so much, we count on so much, we will respect, and will also believe in your advice. In any other way you can feel, we will do better than to ensure uh, justice are being done in people's case. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me not just take your time. Thank you. Nice weekend.